think William has learned from their divorce?
Any child who's gone through a very difficult parental divorce is scarred by it. The royal family are very good at hiding those scars. What William's learned is not to take people at face value, to be a little bit more cynical.
As difficult as the divorce was on William, his darkest time was yet to come. He was just 15 years old when his mother died in a car crash in Paris.
He's never ever really gotten over losing Diana because he loved her so much.
Diana's sudden death left William so traumatized he almost chose not to walk behind her casket in the funeral procession.
Actually, William didn't want to walk. He just didn't feel that he was capable of doing it. And it was the night before that he changed his mind, and William was having dinner with his grandparents and his father and Harry. And the Duke of Edinburgh said, "You will regret this for the rest of your life if you don't walk." And William agreed.
There's not a day goes by, I don't think, that I don't think about it once in the day.
For the most part, the news media kept a respectful distance from William when he was at school, and he graduated from Eton at the age of 18. Like many high school graduates in England, he took a year off to work overseas, traveling to Chile to work for a charity group called Rally.
Likely, but not quite.
There, he experienced a taste of the real life Diana had so craved for him.
Sticks to the bottom of the pan really easily. Now I'm going to feed it to my father till he's sick, so you can see what we went through.
William ended up cleaning toilets, cleaning pots, and doing all sorts of other duties that people might find hard to imagine William doing very often.
The following fall, William entered Scotland's St Andrews University as a freshman, the same university Kate Middleton had chosen. As luck would have it, Kate and William were assigned to the same dorm. It was only a matter of time before the prince would meet his girl next door. Coming up, Kate on the catwalk, the strut that won a prince's heart.
She got up there and she flaunted her stuff and looked fantastic. I think that was the moment when everyone realised how beautiful she was.
When William and Kate, a royal love story, continues. For a teenage Kate Middleton in her first year of college, simply meeting Prince William brought butterflies.
I actually went bright red when I met you and sort of scuttled off, feeling very shy about meeting you.
But William wanted to be treated like any other college kid. He'd weathered his parents' divorce, his mother's tragic death, and endless public scrutiny. Now a freshman at St Andrews, he was enjoying a newfound freedom that was sometimes captured on camera.
I do all my own shopping. I go out, get takeaway, do rent videos, go to the cinema. It's so good because everyone sees me around the whole time, and it's no big deal, which is what I really want it to be.
The palace asked the press to give the prince some space, which meant that Will, as he was known in school, could have a college life like any other student. It's something his mother Diana had desperately wanted for both William and his brother Harry, to make things as normal as possible.
Yes! That's how you do it! That's how you do it! Secretly, I'm a really good pool player.
He had a tight circle of friends. I think they did a really good job supporting him and enabling him to live a wonderfully free existence during his 4 years here.
One of William's neighbors at St Andrews was Jules Knight, another member of the English boy band, Blake.
His student digs were exactly the same as anyone else's. I mean, I lived next door to him. Actually, I think our house was nicer.
Still, there were times when it was clear that Will was not just any ordinary student.
Actually, there was one time when we were having this big house party. Everyone was a little bit drunk, and I think somehow the smoke alarm was set off, and Will took it upon himself to climb up onto the door handle and then onto the top of the door and disable the alarm, but he turned all the power off in the house. But I don't think even he knew that that turned off the security camera over the road, which was pointing at the house. So 30 seconds later, the whole room was stormed with very concerned-looking protection officers. And that was a kind of reminder that actually, there were people there to make sure he was safe.
Living in the same dorm was an attractive brunette, Kate Middleton, who happened to share William's first major, art history. The two became friends, and it was Kate who provided a shoulder to lean on when William struggled with some of his classes.
How's the writing up going?
Yeah, the writing up's not going quite so well as it should be. I've got this much notes, but I've only written about 2,000 words, 1,000 words.
And the deadline's getting
pretty close.
Worryingly close now, yes.
Later that same year, William and Kate moved into a group house together, along with some other classmates.
We just spent more time with each other and had a good giggle, had lots of fun, and realised we shared the same interests and just, had a really good time. She's got a really nice sense of humour, which kind of helps me because I've got a very dirty sense of humour. So it was good fun. We had a really good laugh, and then things happened.
I think she just liked him originally.
Neil Sean is a longtime royal watcher and entertainment reporter in London. Were they friends, first and foremost?
Well, I know this for a fact that Kate wasn't that enamoured by Prince William. She kind of was a bit like, I'm not sure I'm going to get on with him. But he's very charming, and apparently he made quite a few meals in the house that they all shared together.
She did cook for me quite a bit at university, and it would always come with a bit of angst and a bit of anger if something had gone wrong.
When I was trying to impress Kate, I was trying to cook these amazing fancy dinners, and all that would happen was I'd burn something would overspill, something would catch on fire, and she'd be sitting in the background just trying to help and basically taking control of the whole situation. So I was quite glad she was there at the time.
But their casual, easy friendship would reach a turning point at a student fashion show, where Kate, still a freshman, modeled a slinky, see-through dress.
I think that was the moment when everyone realised how beautiful she was. There was this lovely, unassuming girl who also had a sexy side as well, and she got up there and she flaunted her stuff and looked fantastic.
On campus, William and Kate's relationship deepened.
We gave them 4 years of normal life, 4 years in which they could get to know one another, free of intrusion, glare, publicity.
The media had intruded on William and his family his entire life. Now intensely private, he did everything he could to keep his romance with Kate a secret.
Oh my goodness, the elaborate decoys that they've gone to basically cover up their relationship. They'd leave the house separately, they'd never be photographed arm in arm. The people that I spoke to that enjoyed dinner parties with them at St Andrews would say, even at the table, they'd be careful not to hold hands.
But 3 years into their studies, William and Kate were discovered. They were photographed skiing together in the Swiss Alps. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know more about the girl who'd snagged the world's most eligible bachelor. When news broke of Prince Charles's engagement to Camilla Parker Bowles, a reporter put William on the spot.
Could there be another wedding perhaps on the card sometime soon?
No, I don't think so.
William Wales.
Their relationship was becoming increasingly public. In 2005, William and Kate, both 23 years old, graduated.
Catherine Middleton.
And moved from the protection of campus life into a media firestorm.
When we graduated, it became quite obvious that things were going to change. We walked out of the ceremony, and suddenly the most amount of photographers I've ever seen to this day were there. It just was like the whole thing. And I think that was the first day of the next period for them. We were a bit kind of taken aback by it, especially when you had people coming up to you saying, "What's your student debt?" Like, "I'll wipe it for you if you tell me some stories." As far as I know, no one took up that offer. And I think that says something about Will and Kate.
But in 2006, photographers finally got their big scoop. William and Kate and their first public kiss.
It was just waiting to happen, wasn't it? And there was photographers, counting the days till they were going to sort of stalk them to get those types of pictures. Poor old William, it was just putting off that time till that frenzy would begin.
The paparazzi William had seen swirl around his mother Diana were now focusing their lenses on him and his love life. Kate would have to handle the media glare as the whole world watched. Coming up, at the center of a storm.
Guys, come on, let's get a car.
Is someone gumming up the works?
This was a social disaster. One does not chew gum.
Pressure and pitfalls when our Dateline special continues.